Okay students, now we will be talking about mitochondria. What is mitochondria? You've been learning since eternity now in school that when you were in 8, 9, 10 and so on, that there is something that's called as the powerhouse of the cell, meaning something that generates energy. You know that energy is required everywhere. Even when I am talking, even when you are listening, even when you are thinking upon what I am saying, right? So, who does that? You have so many cells. Every cell has got mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. So, let us talk about it. So, this is how a mitochondria looks like. Now, I'd like to bring your attention to the details of the diagram. What do you see in here? Inside you see many different foldings, isn't it? Just like a sari is draped by a lady's, it's been folded. What is that? Mitochondria, they are commonly called as the powerhouse of the cell because they contain enzymes that are necessary for the total oxidation of the food and for the release of high amount of energy in the form of ATP. Now let me tell you how that actually happens from the basics. You eat food, right? The food gets digested. What does digestion mean? Digestion is breaking up of complex substances into simpler ones, right? Say, whatever that you have eaten, it is being converted to glucose, right? Now, this glucose cannot itself all alone give you energy. It has to get oxidized, okay? It has to get oxidized and only then the energy can be released, which can be used in various functions that you are doing, right? So, this oxidation of the food generates energy. So, when you breathe, that's when you respire. When you breathe, you take in oxygen in your blood, and then when you eat and when your food gets digested, you have glucose. When glucose gets oxidized in the presence of oxygen, right, it gets oxidized by oxygen, right? So when that thing happens, that reaction, that thing basically releases energy. Now you know that this energy which has been released is in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is the energy currency, right? Now let us focus, let us concentrate, or let us just look into the diagram of mitochondria. You see in here mitochondria is there. You see what else do you see here? See, you see matrix which is there here. All these are matrix. Okay, let us start from the outside towards the inside. So the most outer thing is the outer membrane. Now let me tell you, mitochondria is a double membrane structure. So outer membrane, here you have the inner membrane, you have ribosomes over here, you have ribosomes, you know the function that ribosome does and how important it is, right? Then you have mitochondrial DNA. Yes, my dear students, you know what? Apart from the nucleus, DNA is also present in the mitochondria. This is very important information. So, in animals, apart from nucleus, DNA is present in mitochondria, and in plants, apart from nucleus, DNA is found in chloroplast. I hope you remember that forever. So this was mitochondrial DNA that you can see. This is intermembrane space. You see granules here, you see the matrix, these are the matrix, and somewhere here ATP synthetase is present, and these are the porins, the pores, right? Let's move forward. Mitochondria are rod shaped cell organelles of aerobic eukaryotes which take part in the Krebs cycle, right? So this mitochondria, how does it look like? They look like rods, right? And they are only present in the aerobic eukaryotes. What does aerobic mean? Aerobic means you know that there are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic respiration is the one that happens in the presence of oxygen, right? So, and also mitochondria is also only present in eukaryotes. Now who are prokaryotes? Prokaryotes. Pro is primitive, you already know that, right? So prokaryotes are the ones like your bacteria and all, and they do not have organelles, they do not have any membrane bound organelles, right? But eukaryotes, they have membrane bound nucleus as well as the organelles that are membrane bound, right? So hence it's said that mitochondria can only be found in aerobic eukaryotes. You know the characteristics of aerobic organisms, aerobic cell, right? Mitochondria are bound by two membranes, as I said, outer membrane and inner membrane. Outer membrane is smooth and porous, as you can see in the picture. Inner membrane is folded inwards to form cisternae. You could see the foldings, right? Now these foldings are there to increase the surface area. The bigger the surface area, the better the efficiency is in processing, in being more active. You know the cisternae, they contain F1 particles. Oxysomes, they are partially embedded in the inner membrane. Mitochondria enclose a matrix that's having DNA ribosomes of 70S and enzymes. There are a lot of enzymes used, right?